Hey everybody, how you doing out there? Welcome to week 4. Yeah, it's already week 4. I am going to cover what is due tonight and then what's coming up next week and any other questions you might have. If this video doesn't address it, please reach out to me anytime. I did post an engagement announcement. Here's the deal. I've not heard from all teams, and some individuals on other teams are struggling to hear from their teammates. It's a team class, a portion of it. You need to be able to galvanize the group. And it's also respectful if you sign for a class, you communicate with your peers as they want to be more proactive on the work. So I will be very transparent. When team assignments are due, I have coached individual students just move forward. And if you're not working with your team or marginally working with your team, you will lose points or not get points at all. So just get in there, work with each other, participate, and it's a much more enjoyable experience, and you learn something during the ride. So with that said, enough of that. We are closing out week 3, and it is all about the law. And you have your PK due this tonight at midnight. One of my favorite assignments. We talked about it last week, and now the time has come. Now, week 4, we have 2 new discussion questions popping up. This is by Maurice. He's a spokesperson for Shopify. And they do a great video on the 7 steps to becoming a successful entrepreneur. And there's going to be steps that you probably have not thought of or even heard of. So I'd love to hear your feedback as you view the video on what with some positive takeaways. Then Natalie's going to talk about building a business, and she's an inspirational speaker. She does a lot of work in entrepreneurism spaces. She's a coach. After you watch her video, I'd recommend going to a website. Some powerful stuff. Then the assignment, which dovetails with what we're talking about this week, is entrepreneurism, small business development. Do you have what it takes to open a business? Yeah, there is some pluses to be a small business owner. I've opened 3 businesses. 1, you control your schedule. 2, you control how much money you make. 3, you can have more flexibility in life. However, a lot of risk. There's couple of years for most businesses where you're taking a loss or you're just breaking even, and it's a struggle. It's not for the faint of heart, as they say. So for this assignment, you're going to do an assessment or a deep dive on an entrepreneur, hopefully locally in the PDX Pacific Northwest area. And they could be also an online entrepreneur. My only request is you stay away from these massive, what they still call themselves entrepreneurs, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Cuban, the Walmart family, even Dutch Bros is too big. An entrepreneur that is either launching or scaling. That's usually where I help entrepreneurs anyways. But what I want you to do is select an entrepreneur that you would like to perform a deep dive, and then develop a biographical essay for the entrepreneur. But not an essay as you would think from a college-written standpoint. I'll show you a couple of examples. Please produce this assignment as a press release, and that's what I'll show you as an example. Please select an emerging entrepreneur local area, and then once you've chosen and done some research, answer these questions. Of all the personalities, many entrepreneurs out there, why this one? What do you see this entrepreneur's competitive edge separates them from everybody else in their industry? Did they address a problem, disrupt an existing industry, or are they thriving in a saturated environment? I tell you, I teach another class called Small Business Design and Development, and I meet too many people. They say, I want to open a coffee shop or a food cart in Portland. Okay, what is your competitive advantage? What separates you? Where could they improve? Give some suggestions. And finally, are they community engaged? There's 3 ways to run a business now: nonprofit, 501c3, for-profit, or social entrepreneurism, where you're a for-profit business that's still generating a profit, but also you are socially focused. And there's different gradients throughout the rainbow there. Okay, so look at the examples. The examples are inspirational. Here's one. I don't know which one this is. It is coming up in that second. Oh, this is one of my favorites, Grounds and Hounds. This company was founded to help animals, but also sell coffee. Yeah, and the student, and this is what I mean by press release. Look, pictures, graphics, text boxes, not just text across a paper as if it was college written. Purpose, some art, some really nice pictures of dogs, and that's what's going to inspire you emotionally to read this document. Addressing the problem. What was the problem? Improvements this student felt that could be made, and finally, sources and so forth. That is a very sound document. The other example I have here, do not know for sure which one it is. I've received several over the years. One of my favorite assignments, because I am an entrepreneurism coach, this is my true wheelhouse. Okay, this is Leah. Leah's an entrepreneur, but she's focused in the poverty space, helping people with social entrepreneurship. And she also got certified as a B Corp. This is another good example of what I'm looking for. Again, you're going to have to figure out your brand feel to your document once you've chosen your entrepreneur. So that is the assignment for the week. It is a lot of, what do I say? You have to do some research. You're going to do some deep diving for this one. But it is a powerful exercise. And then when we get into week 5, this will be the last week of individual work. Oh, I'm sorry. Week 5 starts the teamwork, team SWAT. So this is also very important since we're here. Week 5, we embark on the team assignments. Go back up to home. And I did post teams. Here are your active teams for the term. Please make sure you contact your teammates. Tell me who your project manager is. And then I also posted critical next steps. Once you have your team, tell me who the project manager is, hopefully by tonight at the latest. And when you submit work as a team, so that'll be 2 weeks away, only one needs to be submitted on behalf of the team. And I can't emphasize enough, do not wait. What I also give as coaching is the week of a team assignment, tell everybody Tuesday or Wednesday, the first rough draft has to be ready. If you wait for the first rough draft of contribution from the team by Saturday, you might have people not engaged, people have not participated, and then you're scrambling and crushing it on Sunday. It's just really mayhem. And it's much easier if you get 2 folks with an early draft. So that's how I would manage. That's how I would suggest managing your teams. First rough draft, Wednesday at the latest. Start taking a look at it, fine tuning, addressing some concerns, and then by Sunday, when it's due, it'll be an easy submission. Okay, folks, if you have any questions, reach out. If not, I will see you again next week with the video of the week. Take care.